back to Royalty Soaps. Today we're going to be making 2 soaps in our bestsellers collection, starting with raspberry lemonade. And I say raspberry lemonade, but I really mean raspberry lemonade with a little bit of limeade. Just think like raspberry citrus with a little bit of sugar. And after we make the soap, we will go cut the soap and you can hear Caleb and I argue, like for real. All right, let's get ready to rumble. Gonna pour our lye water solution into our oils. This is so much lye water, so many oils. I'm used to making batches this big because I've been doing it for years, but occasionally it'll just strike me like, whoa, that is like 66 bars of soap. All right, let's start by pouring off our accent colors. This is a soap that I made last year. We're gonna do a pretty little drop swirl. I'm gonna ask y'all about your summer. How has your summer been so far? I hope it's been really fun and that you are accomplishing your goals, however big or little they may be. I always feel like my year starts on like May 15th. Nothing else counts before that. Like if someone asks me, oh, what have you guys done this year? I might say like, oh, and then it immediately, whatever I'm gonna say, it starts in the summertime. You guys, this is a risky move and I'm gonna do it anyway. I just know that one of these colors needs to be increased, so I'm gonna add a little bit more to my mix here, even though I've already mixed up my batter, so hopefully things don't get too thick on me, but I just can't let this recipe stay as it is. I wanted to change it last year, then I forgot, and it's just time. It's time to change it now. Okay, y'all, I am doubling the Voodoo and True Red. Okay, I'm gonna have to take some of this and add it into my mix because it's literally gotten so thick, I can't move it anymore. Am I freaking out? A little bit, a little bit. I just hope I have enough time for all this to work. You can see me trying to mix up this color. Okay, there goes the pink. It's gonna be a little bit boosted. All right, time for our yellow, which is gonna be super bright. And some more pink. These are gonna be varying shades. One's gonna be lighter and one is gonna be darker. All right, hopefully this goes swimmingly. All right, we love to see it, and I do mean love to see it. These are perfect. Oh man, I'm so glad I went ahead and just took the time to make sure this was right. The fragrance got a little bit of an upgrade. I made it a little bit punchier this year, so we still have the raspberry, we still have the lemon, but I added a little bit of like a sugared citrus smell, a little bit of lime in there so that you get sort of, again, the punchiness of the citrus next to the sweetness and the little bit of tartness from the raspberry. So it very much smells like a drink, like a real drink. It's also gonna have a little bit more sticking power in the final bars. So this is gonna be a stronger fragrance overall. All right, we're gonna start by blending this in by hand. This fragrance blend behaves really well. I'm gonna wipe down the sides of our mold here. Got a little bit of mica sticking there. Nice, gonna move that out of the way. Go in with our yellow here, super bright, super vivid. This soap is a drop swirl and my goal is to get some little mini drops in there. I normally have these big, like super gloopy looking drops, but today I want to make sure that I get some in there that end up being sort of teardrop or raindrop shaped. All right, let's begin. Ooh, camera angles are looking really good for our batch today. Got the camera up a little bit higher just so that y'all could see even more of what I was doing. I'm gonna pour about that much of the red. And man, it looks really good. I'm so glad I went ahead and upgraded. All right, I'm gonna pour really skinny and a lot of lines. Pouring really thin is what's going to get us some more of those teeny tiny little drops, making sure we get all the way to the ends there, but not pouring out of our mold. All right, same thing for our sort of dark raspberry layer, pouring in up high, trying to pour in really thin. Yeah, that looks super good. It looks like a slushy. All right, pouring really high for this next layer. layer so that it goes really far in. All right, the rest is for the top. All right, last bit. I'm gonna have to pull this a little closer to me, so sorry it's out of frame. I just wanna make sure that I pour as high as I can, which I can't do next to the camera because think about what a nightmare that would be if I splashed it onto the lens. Oh my gosh, we don't even wanna talk about that. That would be a nightmare. People have asked me if I've ever dropped a camera into the soap. Not yet. I have been making soap now on the internet for, quite frankly, a really long time. And yeah, I've never dropped a camera in. I really work hard to stabilize my cameras. I mean, accidents do happen, but that would be a super costly mistake. Cameras are thousands of dollars. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of our colors on. All right, got our medium pink here. Just gonna get that on top. All right, gonna get our yellow on top. I don't want to have too much in one spot. It is getting a little bit thicker now. All right, tap this down. All right. Let's go ahead and swirl it up. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Right here, same thing. I thought I was gonna add some true yellow into my yellow for this soap, but because I added a little bit of lime into the fragrance, and I think it's noticeable. Like when I smell this, I can smell the lime. I decided to leave it as it was because this particular yellow leans a little bit green, and I was like, well, let's just play into that. It looks so good. Just gonna clean up the edges a little bit, and then we're gonna add some biodegradable glitter from Latchkey Lusters. This glitter blend is called Pink Lemonade Bubblegum. It has some gold in there, it has some pink in there, it has some hollow in there. It's a great blend. All right, I think that's it. I'll spritz it with rubbing alcohol, and then we'll come back in 18 to 24 hours to cut into the soap, take a look at the inside after this quick commercial break. Wow, look at her the next day. Ah, it looks so good. I'm so glad I beefed up that main color. I went ahead, I took the time, I did it. It's paying dividends now. And look at the inside. Yes. This looks like a delicious, like, slushy you would get at some bougie snow cone shop. Caleb, do you have a question of the day?
I sure do.
All right.
What is your favorite snow cone or slushie?
Ooh. Okay. Am I about to sound like a big kid for saying anything that has like a coconut flavor to it? I don't care if it's blue coconut. I just want any sort of coconut.
I mean, it's already kiddish. It's a snow cone.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, coconut's a great flavor. I like, if you're talking about proper, like, snow cone stands.
Now, Caleb, I hope you're not about to say what I feel is like the cardinal sin of flavored ice,
There's
okay?
two of them.
Whether they're snow cones,
I bet you could guess.
shaved ice, there's a sin that you can commit, and that is getting a flavor that is inspired by a baked good, i.e. bride's cake, ice water. Please tell me that's what it is. It's ice water. It's literally ice. It's literally shaved ice. It's cake flavored water. Please tell me that white chocolate or bride's cake is not on the list. I'm shuddering. I'm looking at you right now. It is, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Caleb!
Yeah. The wedding cake and the
Gross!
the other one that I like.
Just eat a piece of wedding cake.
Yeah, I definitely have access to that all the time.
Oh,
all the time that a snow cone
go
is
get
in
some,
good order.
No.
Just crash a wedding, Caleb.
Dude, that's like saying you like apple pie flavored ice. No!
Yeah, no. No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No.
It totally is.
No. Hey, you know what? I also get vanilla slushies from Sonic.
Yeah, because you're crazy.
Yeah, with
because
nerds.
you're a sociopath.
Yummy.
That's why.
Nerds and vanilla.
If I had known that about you before we got married, I wouldn't have married you. Actually, I did.
You definitely
I
did.
definitely knew. Jeez.
I think-
Why can't you pick a fruit flavored something like the rest of us?
Well, I have
or
a
even
fruit flavored something. I like
stupid.
tiger's blood.
I was about to say even something stupid like tiger's blood. You could probably hear me going into the microphone because I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Tiger's blood kind of good though.
It is good.
If
Why
you're
you hating on Tiger's blood? Tiger's blood is great. That's
Listen,
a great flavor.
hush up. I'm about to give a product recommendation. If you are in the Terrell area, there's not many things about Terrell I recommend. Womp womp.
That's not nice. This is our hometown, sort of. Not really.
Not
We're in
really.
Poetry, not really Terrell.
That's
Even though
right.
it says that on all of the stuff that you buy from us, it says Terrell. It's really poetry.
It is, that's right, and that's how we identify. Anyway, if you go to Terrell, there is a little snow cone shop. Caleb, what is the name of that place?
I don't know. It's the only snow cone shop in town, though.
They also have like little specials they do bi-weekly. And for Shark Week every year, they do a shark themed snow cone. It's like blue and you get a little shark gummy and then there's like blood in the water.
It's pretty great.
It's pretty great. They have a frog themed one too. Anyway, if you're driving through Terrell, a lot of people go by us on I-20. Most people are gonna stop at the big fat Buc-ee's because it's right off of 20. But if you have a few moments and you're like, hey, I'm kind of craving a snow cone, that little shop's about 8 minutes. It's about 8 minutes off the highway. And I definitely think it's worth a stop. And the teenagers that are always working the joint are always super, super friendly. So yeah, we're big fans of that thing. Regardless of what Caleb says about that, I know I'm right, okay? He's wrong and I'm right. I hope you enjoyed that first part of the video because this next part of the video is gonna have a little bit more of a serious tone. I talk about in a later video how I've been listening to War and Peace again. I love Leo Tolstoy, but I didn't tell y'all that before I started filming. So I was like thinking and pondering and whatever. So the tone of this next half is very different. I promise I'm not sad. I was just thoughtful. You'll see. You'll see. All right, let's make our aisle of Capri soap, maybe for the last time. Gonna blend this up. That blend looks perfect. Now I'm gonna split off half of my batter. Really, really full. Gonna add in my titanium dioxide to this container and my blue colorant to this container. It's super pretty. All right, and let's blend these up. Now I'm gonna add my fragrance oil. This is the volcano type from Nature's Garden. Lots and lots of different people carry this fragrance duplication. If I remember correctly, this one does have a bit of a color morph. Goes a bit yellow at first, and then it's a nice creamy white after it saponifies. So why is this probably the last time I do this duplication scent? Well, as a company and in my philosophy in general, I'm trying to move away from duplications inspired by any sort of collections that aren't authorized collaborations. I feel at this point in time that it may be watering down my brand a little bit to have so many different fragrances that aren't exclusive to royalty soaps. And I kind of feel like duping culture has gotten out of control. Like there are full small business companies that don't spend any time crafting their own fragrances. It's just a duplication of this, a duplication of that. And I think in general, it can, not always, but it can be a way to sort of limit your potential, limit your creativity. It's a way to make fast cash, but overall, long term, to create a Bath & Body brand that's sustainable and that makes its own individual mark. I don't think it's great for long-term success. Over the next few years, it's a goal for royalty soaps to grow up a little. I mean, heck, I started royalty soaps when I was 17. I was so young, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was making decisions that were right for then, but may not be right for now. And so now I'm trying to focus on the long term, on developing something that lasts for hopefully my own children to inherit one day. I want royalty soaps to be a place where people can get fragrances that are exclusive to us, things that we are known for. And I can't do that if I'm consistently using fragrances that other people have developed and are under their own trademarks and names. Also, developing everything yourself keeps you out of hot water. You guys probably know that a lot of people get hit every year with cease and desist letters from people like Disney, Marvel, etc. I just want to be squeaky clean in those areas. It was really, really fun to do, kind of like inspired by collections, but that season is just coming to the close. I'm just ready to move on. And it would make sense that as I continue to grow and mature and get older and stuff, that royalty soaps will grow and mature with me. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more of this to the top, kind of swirling all around. I did all that, and this soap actually has a hanger swirl through it, so I gotta go in and do that now. Just gonna kind of go all over the place, down, up, side to side, all around. This looks beautiful. Let's tap it down to get rid of the air bubbles. All right, let's give this a good old swirl on top. Okay, that looks stunning. Now I'm gonna drip some little silver dots on top, just like so. No glitter on top of this soap. No need to gild the lily. These little drops are the only embellishment we'll be adding. I said that. I forgot. We are actually going to add just a little bit of Sparkle Me Blue. It's not a true glitter. It's very microfine, but whenever we cut this soap, you'll just be able to see a bit of a blue shimmer on top. And that is it. Our soap is ready to go to sleep for 18 to 24 hours. Then we'll come back and we will split this slab into loaves and cut the loaves into bars after this quick commercial break. Now, these swirls look cool, just like this, but just wait until we cut it, because those are like the side swirls that get made whenever you do a hanger swirl. The swirls we're looking for are on the inside, and they look like this. Yes, that's exactly what we want to see. Look how beautiful that is, and they're all still very distinct, which is absolutely ideal. This soap performed so beautifully, and honestly just reminded me how effective a hanger tool is. There's only two colors. There's only two colors in this bar, and look how much a hanger tool just really, really brings it out. And then of course we put the titanium silver on top with the Sparkle Me Aqua, and that together is also very, very effective.
I have a question of the day.
All right, what is it?
So you have been looking into fragrance categories recently.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Let's ask the people, what is your favorite fragrance category? And before we throw the question to them,
we'll give you 5. Gourmand, spice, earthy, floral, and fresh. And then underneath those 5 fragrance categories, you have things like aquatic notes that go into the fresh category. You have things like fruity fragrances go into the gourmand category. So which one is your favorite scent category? I have been looking at fragrances and trying to do my best to learn about the science behind fragrance. I think the more as a soap maker and someone who makes formulations, you know about fragrance and why things work the way they do, the better your fragrances will be, the better your formulations will be, because you understand it on a fundamental basis.
So what's your favorite fragrance category?
Probably gourmand. I like the smell of fruit a lot, but I'm really starting to dig the earthy smells. That has been very appealing to me in the last 6 months.
I like that as well.
I thought you would like the spice category.
I like spice. I like earth. I like things that sit in between earthy and fresh.
Yeah.
So pine. I really like pine as a smell. I think that's very nice. Within those categories, how would you put this volcano scent?
I'd put this into the fresh category because citrus falls into fresh, and this is a very citrus heavy smell. There's also some bergamot and things like that, so this is a very clean, fresh scent.
Well, it's good.
It is really good, but it's not mine. See what I mean? I was thinking the big thinks. Also, I'm thinking big thinks in recent short form. This short form video is what started it. And then everybody was like, no, tell us how you saved yourself from having a creative crash out. And I was like, wow, this is very, very different. conversation than I typically have on royalty soaps, but you guys are digging it, so I'm just here to give the people what they want. The release day for the bestsellers collection is like super easy to remember. It's literally just August 1st at 8 p.m. And like I said earlier, this will probably be the last time you see Isle of Capri, and it is a bestseller. People really do enjoy it, so if you like it, specifically with the royalty soap recipe, I highly recommend getting there on time because recently you guys have been selling us out. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that's booking a one-way ticket to Italy to have Italy Girl Summer and never returning. Or maybe you want to mix yourself up a little mocktail while you watch the third and final season of The Summer I Turned Pretty. I may or may not be doing that today. But you know, I don't care what you do, just do something for you, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, bye for now.